What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV. This is my World Series game. We're basically playing for 500,000 stubs because if I can make it to the World Series, I'm going to be able to unlock either Babe Ruth, Chipper Jones. They both go for a ton of stubs. And my bad on the intro and everything. I hit the record button on this gameplay a little bit later than I would have liked to, so we missed kind of the intro screen. But what's crazy about this game is we are playing at Shea Stadium in the rain, not ideal conditions whatsoever. We did start out with a double there though. He missed the play or he missed the ball in left field, so we were able to get a double, but we ended up getting a good squared up and lining out there with Willie Mays. So now my cap's up. I ended up moving him back to catcher, and I've got the Roberto Alomar swing on him. I've just been hitting really well with Roberto Alomar. I don't know what it is, but I've been hitting really well with him. I almost felt like I was going like on this run to the World Series in this last couple games. I felt like I was like 12 of 13, 12 of 14 with him. I was absolutely beasting with him. So I ended up putting that swing on him. So as you guys can see, I'm also using reticle, and I'm kind of using my PCI at the top of the zone. I'd like to refer to this, if you guys know who this guy is, Slim Ginzy. This is how he used to hit. I actually really like it a lot because if you put it up at the top, you really never have to move the stick up. You pretty much can just keep it at the top, and you know anything above your PCI is a ball, and then all you have to do is drop. And it really helps you to hit balls in the middle. Great play here by my opponent to get me out, but we're going to talk more about that as this gameplay goes on. So he's got Ichiro up here making a 3-2 count with that fastball. Garrett Cole's been pretty effective. I like to throw the slider, the fastball, and the changeup with Cole. His motion, it takes a little while to get used to, but it's not too bad as Ichiro hits a double there to the right center field gap. I definitely like him more out of the stretch that I do the windup. That stretch is pretty consistent. You don't have to pull down that far on the analog meter to hit the hoop, so that's always nice. His slider is really nice. His fastball is like, you know, it goes up to like 100, even sometimes 101. And I like to use his changeup. So those are the main pitches that I'm going to use with Garrett Cole. I don't throw the knuckle curve that often. Maybe like, I don't know, 10% of the time. The other times I'm using that fastball, that slider, and that changeup, kind of like how you'd use a reliever. He does get his first run there though, as he gets a sac fly to bring in Ichiro. Now Chipper Jones is up, get a fastball right down the middle, smash it to somewhat of the left center gap. Look how far it is. I love Shea Stadium. I love when the like that apple rises and stuff like that, but in this game it's just not a good stadium. The classic stadiums are not good. Now this isn't bad. I want to show you guys. This is one of the bigger frustrations I have with the game right now, because vision is so prioritized. It has to be like, that's an attribute you have to prioritize. The amount of foul balls is really frustrating. Like, I have him 0-2, and I'm just throwing pitch after pitch. He's able to take a pitch here, he's able to take a pitch there, but it's so frustrating to have your opponent to like 1-2, 0-2. Or it doesn't even matter, just 2 strikes, and just for them to be able to just foul it off is really difficult. Like, just I don't know what it needs to happen, like almost like a boost of 2 strikes or something to swing and missing. But eventually, after all that, he hits a home run to make it 2-1. I am frustrated. If you guys could hear the live comment of this game, I was really frustrated when that happened. So now we're going to the top of the 5th. I've got Cody Bellinger in. I brought him in for Garrett Cole, I think, to pinch hit. I'm not even sure if I used another pitcher by this point in time. I honestly, man, if I can get through 3 innings with my starter, a lot of the times I'm happy. I'm just ready to go to that pin as much as possible. I've actually been thinking lately it might be a good idea to stack up a bunch of relievers and just switch them out and in. So like, let's say you have like 9 or 10 relievers that are really good that you have like on your bench, and you put in like 4 of them or 5 of them before the game, let the other guys rest, because if you take them out, they don't just get their stamina back. But if you guys know what I'm saying, like, you could just like constantly have like a fresh deep bullpen. I think that might be a very good strategy to go with. So we got a runner on second base here, and now Willie Mays is up. Take a slider down there. You guys can see I had that PCI up. You kind of are going to want to guess. You're never going to want to have it necessarily in the same spot. get a base hit there with Willie. Willie's been so great all year. Huge base hit to tie up the game. Feels great. So we got 2 runners on in the top of the 6th. Honus Wagner steps to the plate. See, that time I'm moving it a little bit in. Sometimes I'll start middle in, then move it up, just kind of guessing where I might pitch them a little bit. But if you do keep it top center, if you do go middle in, those are some good spots to go in to start your PCI. But what I've learned is you kind of have to put it wherever you think they're kind of pitching you. And that's why I just don't like the stadium, hit it all the way to the wall. I hit tons of them into the wall in this gameplay that I cut out of the video, but that's always really frustrating. And because I hit that one to the wall and you get a home run, my mental toughness had a lapse. I got pissed off and ended up letting him get Mike Trout on second base for no reason other than I was just being an idiot. And then he hits it pretty deep. He was stealing third base. I remember saying on the live comment to myself, like, why the hell would you steal third base in that situation? There's nobody out. You have a runner on second. Why would you steal third base? He ends up getting a deep enough drive to get Mike Trout to third, and now a long shot from Bregman here. I guess this should be pretty happy. That time Shea Stadium actually saved me because that easily could have been a 3-run home run that broke open the game. Now he's got Gary Carter up, base hit up the middle. He's going to get another run from it. So he is going to go up 2 runs, I believe, at this point in time. He got the tying run, and now he's up 2 runs. Sergio Romo comes in, who's been really, really great on my bullpen to shut the door, and now we have a 4-2 ball game. Okay, so now we are going to go to the top of the 7th. I'm going to pinch hit here. I'm trying to decide who to bring in. Frank Thomas has been one of my consistent hitters of the entire year. 196 home runs with him, almost 350. My bullpen is getting extremely depleted, though. I pretty much have Dennis Eckersley to try to close out this game for multiple innings. Throws a fastball right down the pipe. We end up smashing that up the middle for a base hit with Frank to start off the inning. Now stepping up to the plate, we got Roberto Alomar. He's got a double in this game that started off in the first inning, but I've just been automatic with him. It's something, see, it's like you want to watch the ball, you want to watch where your PCI is, and you also kind of want to watch the animation. Something about him bringing his hands back has been really, really nice for me, but I ended up popping out here to Ken Griffey. So we got a runner on first, 1 down, and Willie Mays steps up to the plate. Pitch from Verlander is going to be a ground ball, and we're hustling down the line, and Willie gets in there just in time. I mean, that was huge to avoid that double play. They gave us an early week, but the PCI was pretty much right on it. Now the cap's up again with the Alomar swing, take a couple pitches. So it's like if it's above the PCI when I started up here, I don't swing. It just kind of gives you a good lane to see the ball. We end up hitting one here, and Lindor can't quite make the play. Our cap hustles it out. Must be those 14 speed cleats. 69 speed just got us there in time. A low pitch there. We're 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Not ideal. Not ideal. Bellinger, though, puts an absolute charge into one. We finally got a pitch up in the zone, and we're right there with our PCI to absolutely smoke it. And now we got runners on second and third with 2 down. Chipper Jones, he has got a home run, 2 singles, so he decides to walk him. He doesn't want to pitch to him right now. And in steps Eddie Murray. I already sold this Eddie Murray card. I still have I have Jimmy Fox actually, so I'm gonna use him. But I go to Bregman here. You know, Bregman 124 with 125, 125. I know he can play first base too. Bregman's a really, really solid card to have on your, just to have in general. You can play shortstop, you can play third, he can play left field, he can play first base. He's an in-game pinch hitter off the bench with 125 versus left. He still has 108 power versus right with 98 contact and 125 vision. Like, he's honestly very, very good. I really should start him. His swing is not bad either. But we got a 4-3 game here, and we just get that 1 base hit. And like, the reason I don't feel too bad about this is honestly, guys, in this gameplay, I was squaring up a ton of balls and not getting rewarded because of how big this stadium is. So I don't feel bad. I was just trying to put the ball in play with 2 strikes. My PCI was right on. My timing wasn't good. Sometimes you just get lucky like that, and I definitely got lucky on that swing. But it all evens out, man. I was hitting the balls hard, and then sometimes you get that break to give us the lead. Though, what a huge hit from Bregman, just putting the ball in play right over the first baseman. Now Ichiro's up, takes a couple pitches, 3-1 count. A pitch from Wagner. outside. That's going to load the bases. It steps Honus Wagner. 5-4 game still. He's going to bring in a new pitcher. I believe he's going to bring in Liam Hendricks. This is like a popular pitcher that I see a lot. Honus puts the ball in play and good things happen. I don't know how Garrick didn't catch the ball. I got a little greedy here and tried to get an extra run that we didn't get. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I went for it anyways. Sometimes I like to be really aggressive on the base pass. Sometimes I like to be real conservative. He's got Francisco Lindor up, and this is another at-bat that just to me is very, very reminiscent of the Gary Carter at-bat. That's all I'm going to say. We get him 0-2. This one, I messed up this pitch. There's like this timing mechanism that I have down with Eckersley from this view. It's kind of like when he reaches his hand into the glove, and then it kind of hits its crescendo point, like right about now. Like it just like when it hits that like up crescendo point, it seems to be like right where the line is, so I can really get his timing down. I think I am going to take him out of my rotation though, or out of my bullpen, because I'm going to use that 125 Josh Hader. I think that's a really good card. And even though I have this mechanism down to pitch with him, he can just be a little bit annoying to pitch with. He just takes like a long time to throw the ball. So he's fouled off a bunch of pitches. We're all the way to 3-2. This bat has gone on so long. And I swear to God, this Francisco Lindor is the king of fouling off pitches. There's just nobody. There's no other card that fouls off pitches like this Francisco Lindor. I swear. I think he's got 118 vision. This Francisco Lindor. He also hits really. I look at his stats. He hits so much better against righties. And then after a long at bat when he fouled off a million times, ends up getting a home run. I was pissed when that happened, you guys. We end up getting out of the inning though, and now we are in the top of the ninth. Bregman, another base hit. Look how nice that swing is. Just such a chill swing once you get it down. Very, very, I don't know. It's like short, compact, very nice swing. Gets a base hit. We got 2 outs, by the way, too. So a nice base hit there. And then Ichiro. Like, are you kidding me, Ichiro? With a huge hit off the wall, and his Ichiro can't make the catch. That ball was smoked. We're playing super aggressive and sending. We were screaming out of the box off that hit with 2 outs, and just like we're in a chug to try to get some insurance runs. That huge insurance run. It's so much easier to score 1 run in an inning than it is 2. Just how you can manufacture with the outs. And again, Honus, a little base hit, just not trying to do too much of it, just trying to put it in play, get over the second baseman, and we get the run there. So now it is 8-5. Now my opponent's last chance here in the bottom of the ninth. Eckersley is still going. He's been going since the 7th, so I'm really trying to throw strikes. That's what those insurance runs were so big to get, because we really, like, he's already at 30 pitches. I can't just be like, oh, it's 0-2 and now I'm going to throw a waste pitch. Like, I have to attack the zone. We get lucky here. That ball was smoked off the bat by Frank Thomas, but we end up getting the line out. So that's always something that, you know, I'm glad I got that. He good squared up that in the middle. He actually really did not get rewarded on that one at all. Now Ichiro's up, home 1 count, 2 outs. We are so close to the 500,000 Stubs. And then another good pitch there. He gets a base hit, like, because of course he gets a base hit. You know what I'm saying? Of course he gets a base hit. Nice hit there from my opponent. This guy was actually, outside of the stadium choice, he was a really good player. I thought he could really play. It's not even easy to pitch with Verlander, in my opinion. So this is like an ultimate challenge. Here's a fastball right down the middle. See if you can hit it. I felt good that he missed that pitch, to be honest with you. And this play reminded me a lot of when the Cubs won the World Series, like Chris Bryant throwing it to Anthony Rizzo. But we got the World Series win. MVP of the game was definitely Chipper Jones. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to put a video up on the screen now. If you guys could click that video and watch that video, I would really appreciate it. And as you guys can see, we're going to open up the World Series pack. We get the banner. And again, if you want to click this video to watch the next video, that you can. And we're going to go over. And I finally got Babe Ruth on my team. I looked at all of them. Chipper Jones is actually going for more. The sell now is, or the buy now or whatever, is more expensive. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great one. Peace.